The recent Xbox showcase had a lot of information that'll make a lot of people happy if they're fans of Elder Scrolls Online. They announced some things that'll be great for players that are really into the game right now, but also something that may convince you to give the game a try, at least in the next couple days. Without further ado, let's jump right in. First, we got the announcement and a teaser video of the new chapter, or expansion, including the exciting reveal that with the new expansion we'll be getting a new class, the Arcanist, or Arcanist, however the hell you say it. I don't know, correct me in the comments. And yes, that is a very not so subtle ploy to get you to engage with this video and perhaps make it go like more viral. Hi, the new expansion will be called Necrom, coming in June of 2023, and will take intrepid adventurers to the Telvanni Peninsula, where you will encounter colossal mushrooms, arcane magic, rocky spires, and the capital city of Necrom, with its forbidden books in its endless library of apocrypha. You'll uncover secrets from the Daedra and Hermaeus Mora's realm of oblivion, and perhaps some more from mere mortals. They promise that while some of this may have been covered in Elder Scrolls V, there will be all new areas never seen before in the Necrom chapter. Necrom, as the name would suggest, is also known as the City of the Dead, and according to the team, it hasn't been in an Elder Scrolls game since 1994's The Elder Scrolls Arena. And some players of Elder Scrolls Online may not have even been born at that point. I'm old. After the direct, ESO gave a few more details on the Arcanist with some pretty incredible looking screenshots like this. It sounds like the Arcanist will have really a lot of different ways to play it, with offensive abilities, defensive abilities, and even healing abilities, utilizing powerful runes and tomes as it brings in with a new combat ability called Crux. The mechanic sounds like something you build up as a secondary resource that you can throw into the rotation with the option of empowering abilities, with more or less Crux up to a maximum of 3. This is a combo system. This is just a combo system, right? Like, okay. With 3 skill lines here, you have lots of different options with how you actually want to play the Arcanist. You have the Herald of the Tome for destructive magics, the Curative Rune forms for the healer in you, and the Apocryphal Soldier for the tank. A new class in Elder Scrolls Online is actually kind of a big deal, as it's been just about 4 years since the Necromancer was added, back with the Elsewhere expansion. And the Arcanist marks only the 3rd class to be added since its launch. But it should be noted that ESO tends to handle things a little bit differently than many traditional MMOs, with lots of different skills and passives coming from places beyond your base class, whether it's the weapon you wield, your armor, or if you join the Fighters Guild or become a f***ing werewolf. The Arcanist brings the total classes in ESO up to 7. Some of the other things you can expect from the expansion are going to be new delves, public dungeons, world bosses, a new trial, and a brand new type of world event. All of these we have kind of scant details on so far. Focusing on 2 zones with over 30 hours of story content, it looks like Elder Scrolls is continuing on its proven formula. At this point, is it kind of like Elder Scrolls is the only game challenging EverQuest and EverQuest 2 for the frequency of expansions? Elder Scrolls launched in 2014 and didn't get its first expansion until a few years later in 2017 with Morrowind. But since then has launched an expansion each year. Morrowind in 2017, Somerset 2018, Elsewhere in 2019, Greymoor in 2020, Blackwood in 2021, High Isle last year in 2022, and now Necrom in 2023. And that's not to mention all of the DLC. Speaking of the DLC, buried in the announcement of the new chapter was something ESO does periodically, making all DLCs and previous chapters, with the exception of the latest one, free. But there's a very limited time to enjoy these benefits as they expire on January 31st at 10 AM Eastern. But logging in now, all players will essentially have Elder Scrolls Online Plus, the optional subscription for ESO, which grants all this content, some minor boosts to experience and gold, but of course, the all-important crafting bag, which if you've played ESO before, you know just how useful that bag can be. And hey, if you can log in now before the 31st, you can at least shove some shit in there. It's a good time to jump into ESO if you want to test out some of that free content and maybe kill a few dragons in the meantime, while waiting for the next chapter and unlocking your new Arcanist. But what do you think if you are a long-term player of ESO or someone that is just kind of curious about the game? Does this excite you, or is it just kind of blah? My name is Redbeard Flynn, and on this channel you will find information on MMORPGs as well as RPGs. I hope you had a wonderful time here today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you so much.